Vladimir Putin has offered to send military assistance to support Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko as up to 200,000 protesters gather to demand his removal.
Here's a summary of the article.
Vladimir Putin, the Russian leader, has offered to send military assistance to support Belarus President Alexander Lukashenko as tens of thousands of people took to the streets of Minsk to demand his resignation. Up to 200,000 people gathered on Sunday in Minsk to protest against disputed elections, according to Reuters, which Lukashenko claims to have won with over 80% of the vote, a result which opponents say was heavily rigged. Lukashenko, who has been in power for 26 years, had previously called for Moscow's assistance to support his regime. In comments reported by state news agency Belta, and cited by Reuters, Lukashenko claimed Putin told him that, at the first request, Russia will provide comprehensive assistance to ensure the security of Belarus in the event of external military threats. Russia confirmed that Putin was ready to offer military assistance in Belarus if necessary in a statement released by the Kremlin on Sunday. The Kremlin said that Putin had told Lukashenko that he would be willing to sign a collective military pact if necessary, and said that Belarus was subject to external pressure. Lukashenko has been in power in Belarus since 1994 and is widely described as Europe's last dictator.
This post received a score of 55,000, with an upvote ratio of 94%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Why doesn't he just ask the 80% of voters that voted for him to have a 4 times bigger counter-demonstration?
Or half of them to have a twice as big demonstration? If this is only 1/5 of the people that voted against him, he should have no problem showing the bigger numbers, right? I'm not defending the clearly rigged election. But that's not how demonstrations work. It's pretty rare to see tens of thousands of people marching down the street with homemade banners reading, "I like the status quo." Everything seems fine from my perspective. Belarus is a country of 9.4 million. So if the figure of approximately 200,000 for these demonstrations is accurate, that's 2.1% of the population expressing their views. If the guy didn't have 2% or even 20% of the population on his side, he would have been ousted years ago.
You're ignoring the reality for people who speak out in totalitarian regimes. You will lose your job, you might get arrested, kidnapped or worse. Having 2% of population show up despite all those dangers shows that the unrest is getting unbearable.
You are absolutely right. My parents are even scared to tell me on WhatsApp what is going on and how they are doing now. I was protesting after same rigged elections in March 2006. I was 18, and I spent 3 days in a prison courtyard. Because there was no space in cells inside. In March. That's around 30 degrees temperature. No food, so the people who are protesting now are very brave and I am very proud of them.
Well, this can't possibly backfire for Lukashenko, can it?
It won't. He will remain a pseudo leader but still cash in on everything.
Yeah, but hello Putin. Meaning Belarus is now property of Russia. We've been down this exact road before except with different people.
Yes, that's bad for Belarus, but not for Lukashenko.
What do you mean? The country, Belarus. Pretty sure it's always been our property, demonstrated by our magnificent military force on the ground and the people, nodding in silent approval, with guns coincidentally pointed at their livelihoods. Putin, 2035.
Putin 2021.
And why have you decided to wait another year?
2020 is already dead.
2020 is like season 1 of Lost. Sure, I'm interested in everything going on, but I know there are going to be very few satisfying answers to all the questions imposed.
That just sounds like an annexation with extra steps.
Hey, we are not part of Belarus anymore but Russia. Let's protest against our new president and demand his removal instead.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.